You people left $16,000 in the sinking fund.
They are lying to you.
How is it like? How?
His Excellency, the President, does not even understand what the sinking fund is. The sinking fund cannot be used interchangeably.
Hey,
Listen, it's not true. Cannot be used interchangeably with the debt servicing account. It cannot.
Hey.
His Excellency, the President, lied on that one. See.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Convo with the Head. My name is Sheldon. The head is big for a reason. Now, on this episode, we are going to have a conversation about what happened in Parliament, the current happenings in our political settings. And to do that with me on this episode, I have the Member of Parliament for Tafo Constituency, former, PRO for the Ministry of Education here in the studio with me to have this conversation. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to KSS, Honorable Vincent Asefua. Welcome.
Thank you.
Everything cool?
Everything okay. I think we should get somebody to measure our heads to see which of them
measure our heads.
Bigger. Yeah.
Oh.
Because I think that I can have that challenge with you.
Charlie, but I thought we were going to. I didn't know you were an agenda boy or agenda man. Anyway, welcome to Kwadwo.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I've been seeing you move on social media and everywhere. Like, you are very active in the space and everything. So, big shout outs to that. But anyway, before we proceed into what we want to discuss on, Convo with the Head, people were sacked when the new government assumed office. They dismissed a lot of people, and you took it upon yourself to, take it to court to go and argue because you thought it was unconstitutional. So I want to know, like, how far? Is there a headway?
Well,
are we getting our jobs back?
Let me say you are doing well. Okay. Sometimes I get the opportunity to watch some of your assets, and if a young person is doing anything that supports the development of our country, bringing information to the people, then I think that is important. That I commend you for what you are doing.
Thank you very much.
We will support you.
Thank you.
Whatever you seek to do for Mother Ghana. It is also in the spirit of good governance that we felt that if young people are being disengaged in terms of their appointments and recruitment that were given to them by the same state, they cannot be denied such an opportunity on the altar of a change of government. The Constitution of the Republic of Ghana gives a government or a president a tenure of office. That tenure of office is for 4 years. The Constitution or the framers of the Constitution never said that it is 4 years minus a month. So whatever you do on day one is as valid as what you do in the middle of the year.
Okay.
Whatever you do on the last day within the 4 years is as valid as what you do within the 4 years. So it cannot be oversimplified. It cannot be alleged that appointment or recruitments that were done after the 7th of December is enough for those appointments to be terminated because it was done after 7th of December. Our Constitution does not allow for such a termination. So as a lawyer, I felt that these people may need representation. I know how difficult it is for young people, especially people who are unemployed, to be able to engage a lawyer in such circumstances. And knowing very well that this can be done through a class action, then it was proper for me to do this for them. In fact, I've already engaged them. I have met them. And per the State Proceedings Act, any suit that is against the state, if it is civil, you need to give ample time to the Attorney General, because the Attorney General is going to be the defendant
for the state.
For the state. And so in circumstances, you need to give about 30 days prior notice to the Attorney General, which we've done. Within the 30 days, it is possible that the AG may say, please come and let us negotiate. Please come and let us talk. It's on that basis that that article or that State Proceedings Act is there. And so if the state deems it fit to engage us, then we are going to engage the state to see if there can be an amicable solution. We believe that it is not only a legal tussle, it is also a moral tussle.
Okay.
We are appealing to the President of the Republic of Ghana that when he said that 24-hour economy, when he said that he was going to create jobs, I do not think that this is a way to create jobs. Every person who have had his appointment terminated is a Ghanaian first and foremost. It's not an MPP Ghanaian. It's not an NDC Ghanaian. In fact, if you engage some of them, and I had the opportunity to engage some of them, my secretaries, they will tell you, there are some of them who were branch executives of the NDC.
Okay, the people...
Yes, who came to meet me. Branch executives of the NDC. And so, it is not a political matter. It is a Ghanaian matter, and we believe that the president should look at this again. It cannot be said that because it happened in 2017.
Yeah, I was going to say that because that is like an argument in various spaces. Like you did it. We are also doing it. I know it will come out like political equalization. But so why yet the Indians who be you having like the moral grounds to criticize makes you like more of like a hypocrite. That is what people are saying.
Why yet there? But you see, the point is there is a difference, and that is what I will try to demonstrate to you today. One, let us agree that this thing that is happening is not a good thing.
Okay.
Going forward as a nation, we should be able to build our country in such a way that it will not be on partisan basis. Secondly, it should also be known that what happened in 2017 is acutely different from what is happening today.
How acute?
Acute because one was lack of due process, and the other one, due process. I'll demonstrate to you. In 2017, you remember Dominic Ayini wrote a notice of suit to the AG, which letter I think I have a copy. I think I even have it on my phone.
Okay.
Lawyers like Idwoji Tamaklo were the people who sent the matter to court. And they lost the matter because the court said, with the help of the Public Service Commission, that is the PSC, they failed to go through the proper procedure in appointing an ordinary Ghanaian. What is the procedure? The procedure is that before an appointment letter can be given to you, there should have been, what do you call it? A clearance. A financial clearance from the Ministry of Finance. That is the first step before someone can be given an appointment. After the financial clearance, there should have been an interview committee, or if you like, an advertisement for that sake. It should be advertised in the dailies that anybody who is interested in getting an appointment or employment in that particular institution should apply.
Okay.
Then after that advertisement, then the Public Service Commission will set up an interview committee. I was a board member of YEA. At the time, the Public Service Commission and its regulations demanded that board members or two of the board members are supposed to be part of the interview committee. So I was part of the interview committee. And that interview committee, after it is set up, will have to conduct the interview itself. After the interview, then people who qualified will have to be shortlisted.
Okay.
After the shortlistment, then appointment letters will be given. This is the process, the due process that I am talking about. Such due process was not followed as far as the national service issue that happened in 2017 that had people laid off is concerned. Okay. So the difference is that with the former, there was no due process that was followed.
But with yours,
the latter,
okay.
So that's the argument that we are going to
make in court. I see.
And so I actually spoke to some of them that in the event that you know that you did not go through the right process, please, you are not the person I'm looking for.
You can't represent that.
So we spoke to people who actually went through the proper procedures. That in our estimation, they cannot have the appointment being terminated because they are protected by Article 191 of the 1992 Constitution. That before any member of the public service will have his or her appointment letter being terminated, you will have to provide a just cause. As a government or the one terminating the appointment should be able to give a just cause. What is the definition of what a just cause is?
You think the government has not given enough just cause?
I have not seen that because when you look
at... There's no money.
Well, when you see, there's no money. But the point is that before an appointment is given, I told you the first, or if you like the initial step, is to have a financial clearance. See,
But they came in and they saw that it has been cleared, but there's no money in there.
trust me, they are only trying to create room to employ some of their full soldiers.
That's what you think?
That's what I think, because you see, Sheldon, I have had the opportunity to serve under His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's government as a deputy minister. Now, when financial clearance is being sought for, this is the process that goes through. And I'm taking my time to go through this process for the Ghanaian people to understand what happens.
Okay.
So that the propaganda, the half-truths, and the falsehood will be dealt with. In the public service, people die every day.
Okay.
People resign every day. People retire every day.
Do they though?
They
The
do.
retirement?
Yes.
Okay.
People retire every day.
I'll take you for your word.
Because people get to the age of 60.
Okay. I've seen some of them, they are still there. Though.
Yeah, but that is some of them are political appointments, those kind of appointments. But you see, in the civil service,
They go.
Yes, because Senate captures your details. As soon as you are 60, you are 60.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do
Can't
about
stay
it.
beyond that.
So there is replacement. When you are asking for a financial clearance from the Ministry of Finance, you give a reason. What lacuna, what gap is in that particular institution that you seek to fill. So you write, maybe Ministry of Local Government. There is a gap at the Birth and Death Registry, which is an agency under the Ministry of Local Government. What is the gap? 3 people have retired. 2 people have resigned. Based on that, we are asking for financial clearance to be able to recruit for these persons.
Okay.
It is also possible that because of an enlargement in the scope of the vision of a particular institution, we'll say that we have 20 persons in our agency. We think that because of the new product or a new if you like, scope that you want to bring on board, you will need additional 5 people. Then based on that, you ask for financial clearance from the Ministry of Finance. The Ministry of Finance will also look at its revenue projections. And based on that, we'll allocate resources and say that, yes, you can recruit them. So please pick them. So it is never true.
Okay.
Don't let anybody deceive you that there is no money, so they cannot pay them.
So
in the event that the MPP had won the elections,
Okay.
would we have said that we don't have money? And for that matter, we were going to sack or lay these people off?
Okay.
We couldn't have said so.
Okay. If there was like a continuation of governance.
Absolutely.
Okay. I understand. So right now we have to wait for the Attorney General to reply. Then we see, like, we know where we are heading towards.
Yes.
With
He
regards
has
to the
30
case.
days. In fact, I think we sent the letter last
Okay.
week.
Oh, okay.
So there's still about 22 or 23 days for him
For
to
the-
reply.
okay.
If he doesn't, then we can now sue. Don't forget, we've already triggered the constitutionality aspect of it. That is Article 2.1.
Okay.
That the actions and inactions of the government, we want the Supreme Court to declare whether it is constitutional or it is not constitutional. We believe that those actions that was done by the Chief of Staff and the President by extension is unconstitutional. And we want the Supreme Court to declare the act unconstitutional. If we are able to get
The Supreme Court.
the Supreme Court to declare
Okay.
same, then that will mean that whatever happened will be ultra virus.
All right. Yesterday in Parliament, you guys created a song. You were singing this particular song, or the Doom Song. You experienced the Doom Song.
Or the doom so about 24 hours doom so naba.
The president replied by saying the ECG is owing 68 billion Ghana cedis. Where the money did?
It shows the incompetence that is being shown and portrayed by His Excellency the President. Because even on the floor of Parliament, knowing that this is your first State of the Nation address, which is the constitutional requirement per Article 67 of the 1992 Constitution, we had doom so on the floor. But you see, they were so smart to have had a very good stand by a generator. And for that matter, even though the lights...
Parliament?
Yes, the lights went off.
There was light out in Parliament.
Yes, there was lights off. So if you...
Honorable.
No, I'm being honest. There was lights out yesterday.
There was light
Yes.
out.
I am not lying to you.
They use plant or what? Generator.
So that's what I'm saying, that there was a standby generator or plant. Let me put it that way. And so it did not affect the sound.
Okay.
But it affected the lights. So when the lights went off, it came back, I think, after a minute or two.
But it's still...
you are in charge.
Yes. No. They just came in. How many days? How many months? And they are telling us that this is what we came to see. The 68...
That's what they are telling you.
But so the 68 billion Ghana cedis, the president is lying.
That's their words against ours.
How is it?
The New Patriotic Party, you see, this thing happened in 2012, 2016 when he was president.
Because the president said he fixed it.
He did not, because I have a timetable. A timetable
in 2017?
2016 timetable.
You have it?
Yes, I have it.
Okay.
The timetable.
So it wasn't fixed.
No, I can even show it to you. Okay. A timetable that the NDC published somewhere in August.
Okay.
We
will show that on screen.
Yes, in August. And unfortunately for them, they thought maybe you have forgotten.
Okay. So Dumso was never fixed?
No, that's what I'm saying, that they themselves published a timetable. That timetable was supposed to have been followed by the people of Ghana because there was Dumso. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama never fixed Dumso. Because if he fixed Dumso, how then did the ECG publish a timetable?
Okay.
How then?
But Honorable, let me ask this question.
This is a timetable.
Okay. This is
no Sheldon timetable.
Okay. This is from 2016.
Yes.
Okay. Honorable, but I have a question. So, honestly...
Meanwhile, he said on the floor of Parliament that the whole of 2016, there was no Dumso.
Okay.
That's what he said on the floor of
Parliament. So, Honorable, this is the question. So are you sitting here and telling me that there has never been any misappropriation of funds anywhere around ECG? So what the president is saying is a lie?
Misappropriation
because that is the kind of information they've been hammering in our news feed. There is no money. The ECG owes this company. They owe this energy company. Is that the situation on grounds, or it is just like,
assuming that it is true, we had the lights on. Okay.
Not consistently though. I mean, it
just
was
some few hitches. There were hitches. Yeah. Remember, you mentioned that it was Doom CCA.
Okay.
Some of the pipes have been laid for about 60 years, 70 years.
Okay.
Some of them even before colonial days.
Okay.
In such circumstances, there comes a time in the life of these wires or these pipes that it will have to be maintained. So my point is that, assuming without admitting that we owe so much, Mr. President, we were owing and we kept the lights on. What the Ghanaian people and the businesses want to see is to have their lights on. Enough of the complaints, enough of the lamentations.
Yes, you people call the whole thing lamentation.
Because when
the minority leader,
when he started, he promised not to lament. Just a minute or two later, he broke his own promise and went ahead with the spirit.
What if he's telling Ghanaians, this is what I came to meet, and I'm letting you know, in case maybe what I promised to do in my first 100 days, I'm not able to do it. This is what I met in the nation's coffers.
The point I'm trying to tell you is that you have to let us know the State of the Nation address.
That is what he told you yesterday.
But the State of the Nation should not be as it were piecemeal.
Okay.
You tell a certain side of the story that you think that it is going to inure to your benefit and leave some out.
Which part of the...
I was expecting to hear the president talk about LGBTQ, especially considering the diplomatic corps, the international community that was heavily populated on the floor of Parliament.
That bill has been reintroduced to Parliament by...
It has not been reintroduced. We are yet to reintroduce. I am part of the proponents of that bill. Okay. Myself and Reverend Tim Kwadwo.
And Sandro.
I heard him talk about it today at the AICC.
Okay.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Yeah, he knows two genders.
That he is not going to support the bill by way of a private member's bill, but he's going to support the bill from his own outfit. Government is going to introduce it. Look at the lies and the deceit. You had an opportunity on the floor of Parliament. You did not say anything about it. You went to see pastors, or if you like...
But maybe that's not bread and butter issue.
Oh, really?
I'm just saying.
He campaigned on it.
Okay.
He campaigned on this during the electioneering process.
So you want him to stand on business?
He should really make a point. He should say something about it for us to know that indeed he is concerned about the LGBTQ thing. Currently, per the Criminal Offences Act, the unnatural carnal knowledge has already been stated in there. It is already criminalizing some aspect of LGBTQ. We want His Excellency, assuming MPP failed. We agree. And that is why the people of Ghana... Yes, that's why the people of Ghana voted against
the IPP failed?
Yes, we failed.
Okay.
That is why we've been voted against.
Okay.
You told us, okay, when you met the religious leaders in Kumasi KNUST, the Great Hall. In fact, they gave you a standing ovation. You told them that when you have the opportunity, you are going to sign the bill.
Okay.
I am expecting that within the first 120 days,
you will do that.
His Excellency the President will do something about the bill.
The argument was that the bill had expired. That's what he said.
He started that argument.
Oh, yeah,
but any serious person who is interested in dealing with the bill will not start with that legal argument that the bill has expired.
Bills don't expire?
There is nothing in the Constitution that is clear, that is straight, that is black and white in the Constitution that talks about expiration of bills. I have not seen that. So I think that it is by way of convention that we feel that anything that is not passed during the life of a parliament expires with the parliament. So it is by way of convention, and rightly so, conventionally, I think that it is right. But I'm just saying that any president who is interested would have said that, the process of bringing about the bill was done by the parliament.
Okay.
It is now left with the executive duty, by signing or putting an assent to the bill. Okay. Then it becomes a law. Any president who is interested will sidestep that argument of it has expired with it and what have you. When you listen to him,
so that was
clearly he wants to flip-flop. And we will not allow him to flip-flop.
Okay. You are on his neck.
We will not allow him to flip-flop. We will hold him to his words, the things that he himself promised, and that is the exact same thing that we are going to hold him to be able to do what he himself said.
Getting to the latter part of President Nana Akufo-Addo's presidency, he went about commissioning projects, right?
Yeah.
One on the list was the Agenda 111 hospitals. Right. Yesterday, the president said it has been turned to Agenda 419. None of the hospitals that were commissioned by the president is operational or functional. 101, once 111, none. How?
Let us have the background of what the Agenda 111 is.
Yes.
In 2020, when the COVID-19 broke, not a single country in this world did not have his health structures or health architecture exposed. Even in the United States of America, people were sleeping outside the hospitals because the health architecture of every country was exposed because of COVID. It gave an indication to every country that we needed to expand our health infrastructure. So an analysis was done, and we realized that of all our districts, there were health facilities. There were about 88 of these districts that did not have a health facility. So when there's any public health issue in that district, what that means is that it is going to be problematic, devastating for the people who are living in that particular district. Okay. It was on that basis that the president said, let us build health facilities at all these districts. Okay. Let's listen to it very well and understand the background. So we were doing so whether we had the money or not. We were doing so to help ameliorate the lives of the Ghanaian people as far as their health status is concerned. Okay. We did so because of a public health issue.
Crisis.
Nobody planned for that. Whether we had the money or not, we needed to do it. There is some argument that is being advanced that why didn't the government use the few, or if you like, the money that was at its disposal to complete maybe 2 or 3? But the argument also is, Yaman Saba no the any district me in hospital one hana. Nye Yaovidie. Which district should be chosen when you have a public health issue? Okay. And so we decided that let us find a way to complete all these hospitals within 2 or 3 years. It has delayed. Okay. Don't even go into the argument of we have completed 1 or 2. For me, it is not necessary.
Honorable, are there hospitals on grounds functioning? Do we have them? Because the president says 0.
That's what I'm saying, that let's understand the background very well.
Yeah, the background,
Let us not use operationalization of the hospital to defeat the intent of it.
The intention and operationalization are 2 different things.
I agree.
Is it working?
I'm just saying listen to me. I will answer your question. But let us understand the background well. The intent of the government was to deal with a public health issue.
Okay.
That is the intent.
Yeah.
It will have to start at a point. The government may have an anticipation that within this time period, I will try and finish for you. Remember, it has not been on the table of the government, but we needed to do so because so COVID-19 was coming. Let us agree from that perspective.
Yeah, I've agreed that.
Now, if you go to every district, there are some of them, and I have the data, the handing over notes that was given to His Excellency the President from the Health Ministry. There are some of them that is about 80% complete.
80%.
Please, if there's a hospital that is about 80% complete, a hospital that is about 60% complete, and because of the time frame of what the Constitution says, that within 4 years, please go and let somebody come, then because of that, you say that I have failed in delivering Agenda 1.1. That cannot be a rational conclusion. The rational conclusion is that indeed, when you go to the grounds there, you find the hospital being
physical
built.
Structure.
Yes, that is being built. Yet it may not be being built. It may not be operational. I agree, but I'm just saying that don't use a 4-year requirement in the Constitution that tells the government it
was by the argument before you people were campaigning with it.
Yes.
We have completed. I remember I had a conversation with Kuka where he listed number of hospitals on grounds that the president has commissioned and is functional. Then we are now getting to find out that some of them are 80% completed, 60% and everything. We built hospitals for it to be operational and functional.
I agree.
The nitty-gritties and the technicalities, me, I don't care. So I just want to understand. The 111 hospitals, how many are working on grounds? If we go to, let's say, Fantiakwa district or wherever, can we find like physical structures where there are nurses, there are doctors working?
We go find something like that. Find the physical structures, but I'm just saying when you are putting up this studio, okay, you might have given yourself 2 weeks to finish.
Yeah.
1 week time when you come here, you will come and see that you've painted the place.
Yeah.
Okay. The next week when we come, you have your cameras here.
Yeah.
If I come here the next 3 weeks and I don't find carpets here,
you wouldn't quantify that as an operational fault, right?
No. I'm just saying that it would have meant that you have started the process. You have started the process. You have started the project with a good intent of having a studio. Okay. But it takes a certain period of time for you to be able to finish. If maybe within the first week, assuming you had a boss and your boss transferred you to maybe Medina.
Okay.
Can it be used against you for having a brilliant idea of setting up a studio? And the fact that you were not able to complete, time is not of your own side.
It was listed that they are like these hospitals. Some of them have been completed.
Yes, so that argument I can make. So when you go to Trede,
okay, that's what I want to hear.
When you go to Trede, good, in the Ashanti region, the hospital has been completed.
That's all I want to hear.
Yes,
that's all.
All the equipment,
even if it be 2, I just want to
absolutely.
So against the president's argument, there is none. You heard it.
And that is falsehood.
Good.
Because when you go to Ashanti region, because I didn't want us to make that argument and make it look as if that the fact that it has not been completed, the government has failed.
No, according to President Mahama, it is not operational, it's not functional. And to him,
it's a very bogus analogy. It's a very bogus analysis to be made by any president.
Okay.
Because the presidency is a continuum. Okay. When you go to Trede today, the hospital in Trede has been completed.
Because yesterday when I posted a video about it, people were in the comment section saying, "Oh, I'm a nurse, I'm a doctor, I work in one of like the hospitals or one of these hospitals out there." So I just wanted you to establish that fact to me that the president lied. This what the president said is misinformation.
Yes.
And as a matter of fact, when you go to the grounds, there are hospitals which are
absolutely. In fact, I wouldn't say the president lied. I think the president was misled, and out of mischief, he wanted to come out as if the MPP government has failed. In fact, if you go to the same Ashanti region, Kokobin is also completed with all its fixtures in there.
So that's one.
That is two.
The 1 2 is 2.
Yes.
Okay.
When you go to a hunter, I think I have the list. When you go to a hunter, that 1 2 has been completed
3.
with all the fishers and equipment in there.
But
And this is
people
what-
working there.
Well, so you see, that's what I'm saying. It's a process. When you finish,
Okay.
you write a letter. See, you complete a project maybe in December 7th. You write a letter to the Ministry of Health. Please, I want doctors to be posted to this place. We want nurses to be posted to this place. All these things take a number of days. The fact that I was not able to get enough time to be able to get all these postings to be done does not mean I have failed.
So right
Or
now
does
it's
not
on
mean-
them to continue.
Yes. So if you say that it is not operational,
Make
if it is not functional, or people are not there, or sick people are not there, and for that matter, we have failed. That is a whack logic.
Okay.
And that is what I want to underscore.
Okay.
You cannot use that logic to say that the government has failed because there's no sick person in there. It takes time. It is a process. A day will come that indeed you will find a sick person there. And so that's why I said that 4 years has been given to a government. Anything that happens even the last day is as valid as something that happened in the middle of the year. So there's something that you can initiate in the last day of your government. If you are not able to complete or finish, it does not make you a failure.
Okay.
He left Igbo.
What
I was at
does
the
that
Ministry of
make you?
Education.
But what does that make you?
It makes you a government that thinks about your people. In the eyes of a public health crisis, you decided to have hospitals at every district so that irrespective of where you find yourself, you can have access to health facility.
Honorable, what did you
I
want
was
the
at the
president to address in his in the State of the Nation's address that he didn't address? What were
Two
some of the
things.
things you wanted him to
Two things.
touch on, and your man was
Two things.
not talking about that?
The Honorable Afejo Makin wrote a letter of appeal to His Excellency the President that the young people who have had their appointment terminated are Ghanaians. Some of them who were posted to Greater Accra, to Kumasi, Koforidua, and what have you. Some of them had to go for loans, to rent, to take up their appointment. And ne, also on Kofi, we lose in the Juma, was our boka, sadeka,
That's your tactic.
kroma Sheldon, kroma eshe. So, it is an appeal that we are making with him.
Okay.
That His Excellency, these are your people. Unfortunately, I did not hear the president address that. Number two, I was expecting the president to talk about the LGBTQ matter. I am a Catholic. The moral fiber does not support anything LGBTQ.
Okay.
It is about time in the history of this country that we criminalize LGBTQ. And we do so without any fear or favor. In fact, this time, we have the president of the superpower nation,
Russia.
the POTUS,
the
the US.
Trump.
supporting the criminalization of some of these things. Why is it difficult for anybody or any president to come closer? Maybe Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was not lucky. But this one is lucky, and this one will have no excuse. Because the Democrats were people who were not in support of the criminalization of LGBTQ.
Yesterday,
The Republicans are in support of it.
Yesterday, Sticker in the press conference said, within the time frame that this government has been in place, they've borrowed 59 billion Ghana cedis.
Yes.
How true is that?
It's just
Or
an
what-
internal auction.
Okay.
You see the T-bills today, if you go to Sheldon, you have money. You have, say, $1 million Ghana cedis. And you tell your bank that you want to invest it by way of T-bill. Okay, it's an internal borrowing. You have loaned the money to the government. And they've done about 4 or 5 series of these auctions. And the total culmination of the amount of money that they've borrowed from the people of Ghana is about 59 billion
Ghana cedis.
Ghana cedis. They've not gone to the Eurobond market. They've not gone to the international
is
market.
like
They've
local-
not gone to the capital market.
Okay.
They are monies that they've borrowed from us, you and I.
But what does that mean? Like, what did it mean?
It means that their appetite, okay, their appetite and their quest to satisfy a certain agenda of theirs, okay, because they've not even brought the budget to Parliament yet.
Yeah.
Budget is going to be read on the 11th of March.
True.
Okay, they will tell you, and the sinking fund, we did not put any in the.
You people left $16,000 in the sinking fund.
They are lying to you.
How is it like? How?
His Excellency the President does not even understand what the sinking fund is. The sinking fund cannot be used interchangeably.
Hey, MPP.
Listen, it's not true. Cannot be used interchangeably with the debt servicing account. It cannot.
Hey.
His Excellency the President lied on that one. See, in August 2023, government paid these bondholders fully per schedule because those payments were supposed to be made every 6 months.
Okay.
In February 2024, government was also right on time and paid these bondholders. In August 2024, again, government was right on time and paid these bondholders. February 2025, MPP government was no more there. If there was no money, how did you get money to pay?
I see.
How did you get money to pay? If the sinking fund had only 16,000, and that is why I said, that His Excellency the President he does not even understand what the sinking fund is. The sinking fund is not the same as the debt servicing fund.
I see.
There were a number of accounts.
In the State of the Nation address, a lot of misinformation there inside. That's what you're saying.
Misinformation because of person mo bion so ni papa. But His Excellency the President, please, we've known you. We've seen your leadership before. We know your credibility. You may have learned one or two things, but trust me, after some few weeks, the Ghanaian people will really see that indeed the promises that you made to the people of Ghana, whether you can live by those promises. I am not a prophet of doom. I am not wishing bad for my country.
Okay.
But I am only saying that the man in the arena is a man we've known, is a man we've seen, is a man that I do not think that all these promises that he has made, he can live by those promises. And it is only time that can expose that.
How are you people faring in Parliament? Micro minority.
Well,
they call people hit 88.
And the Crown Boy, me free Parliament, you know what they said? For the first time, have seen from 1992, 96. In fact, 96, the MPP was about 60-something MPs. And the NDC was about 132. Even that time, issues of debate was not done on ratio basis, was not done on proportions.
You see, any day you will go hold them.
Yes. But you see, debate. NDC for say, your mama back one your mom 3 because my numbers no doors change. And then I was through. It been see that.
Anyway.
2016. MPP near is 169.
Yeah.
No more 100 and something, 30 something. Yeah, can't show more that. Say we come back corner, we are coming. They are even afraid to hear from us. Until no more kasami and sani ya kasabako. What's it be that?
It's going to be a long weekend.
I am telling you. Almost almost kasami and san ya kasabako because they have the numbers. Who does that?
Okay.
In any case, the Ghanaian people are not ready to listen to the same rehash and stories that His Excellency President Mahama said.
Also, lamentation a dorsal.
A dorsal, Jack. A dorsal brutal.
You should get to work.
You should go to work. You should go and fix it.
Okay.
And that is what the youth are waiting for. Okay. See, about 2 or 3 days ago, their youth went to the NDC headquarters.
Yeah, I saw a video. Yeah.
To Jack, my dad.
Some of Juma.
Oh.
I had Dankwa
Dada. Have you forgotten what happened in Obuase? The same you that they promised that Omo Winia, Omo Maka could hear Galam, so we go to go. Omo say Anglo Gold. Omo di baby be mawam. Omo ko chira Omo say Anglo Gold. Hire the be mamo. After see to abani wi and microphone ko dia de na microphone ntimi omo ade bufu. They went there to take it by force. Because of what they were told.
Okay.
Lies. The people who were talking about Galamsey, where are they? Today they are quiet. The very same people who were lambasting. You go and see. It's as dirtier. It's as dirtier.
That's honorable Hiti. Cool down.
Well.
Ladies. Honorable, your last words to our audience.
I am happy to be here. And I think that, as I said, you are doing so well. Anytime that we are called upon to come and support, to come and engage you, we'll be here to support because we are them hey. young people, people who are within the age bracket as far as the definition of the National Youth Authority is concerned.
We count. We don't count.
When you're 45.
45 not to
Hey,
your ancestor.
Any ojinam?
I don't count.
Ancestor pa.
What no, I'm more outside in there.
Yes. But you are doing well. I don't know how you are funding this, but this is big and this is huge. Anytime you have a frame, maybe I know you remember.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
That's all
for
we next
having
time
me.
by Kagana. So we are woody a president in a minute. So on my comment section to be violent.
No, but you see, that is our role. As a legislator, we are supposed to play the oversight responsibility of the executive arm of government, and that is how. And then we'll copy from an opano. Now we'll be catching saying, "You know, but chama ban and settle." And I say, "Oh,
now also munyabo
true." I'm Tafo for no to Obama me. I'm to almost 4 years.
Okay.
I'm kind of saying, "I'm going to that 6 months stand my back."
Okay.
Almost even got to Parliament.
So if we start now
and play the oversight responsibility on the executive arm of government. It is in consonance with good governance. It is in anticipation that but
they are inviting people, BNI and sons.
Oh, I know the Nasa media menyashi.
Okay. Abronya was invited.
Media menyashi. Into media make sasa.
Okay.
My hair might be bien.
Okay. So you're a lawyer. Ladies and gentlemen, we out.